This is the talkSPORT teapot, and I'm Steve Mason, and I think I've got to dip in and avoid some of the tea bags. And the question is, what's the strangest thing you've ever been sent by a fan? Once, a long time ago, we got sent, it was like a kid's kind of toy kit from the 80s, one of those kits where it's like a big box like this, and then you open it up and it's got like, at the time it would have had all farm things in it and what have you, but they'd replaced it with weird stickers and sort of weird effigies of us and things that all looked like some weird voodoo game. That was quite strange, and I don't know what happened to that, but it probably got buried in a field somewhere and forgotten about. Sacred ground. So yeah, that was quite strange. What's been the most embarrassing moment of your career? Once when I was in the beta band, we were playing in the States, I can't remember where, and on stage singing, and the place is full. It was not a very big venue, probably like 500-600, and there was a table down near the front, right at the front of the stage. There was like a table with what looked like a young guy and then a sort of older couple. But in my mind, I was thinking, oh, they must be from the record label. They must be like local label people or whatever. And everyone's sort of dancing and going crazy, but they were just kind of sitting there, and it's something about it started to wind me up. So how about halfway through, I said, come on, you're not going to join in with everyone else. Come on, get up. Let's see you move and all this. And they were just kind of like looking at me and all that. I was like, yeah, the record label are here. And I started really kind of slagging off. And then, a few more songs in, I was like, come on, let's see you move. Come on, let's get up. And I could see one of the guys, the older guy, sort of shouting and pointing at this other guy, going, I was like, all right, come on, what's the excuse? And so I sort of went over there. And I said, come on then, how come you're not getting on with everyone else? And I put the mic to the guy and he went, this is my son, he's in a wheelchair. And I suddenly noticed this dude sort of in there pointing at his wheelchair going, it's not that easy for me to move, man. So that was pretty, so how do we get out of this one without looking like an arse? So that was difficult, yeah. Okay. What's the strangest request you've ever had from a fan? Well, it was one of the first times a beta band ever went to Ireland, and it was this huge kind of bar with a stage in the corner, and we started playing and all this, and there was, wasn't very many people there. There was this one guy with a copy of our first album that was standing right at the front of the stage, just looking at me like it was Jesus Christ, the second coming. He was just staring. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're here. And then the bar kind of slowly filled up, and what we didn't realise at the time was this is the latest opening bar in the whole of Cork. So all the nutters and dregs, it's like a magnet, the dregs of humanity turned up, covered in puke and kebab for one last drink. And we kept playing all that, and I could see this small pocket of sort of violence breaking out here, and then another one sort of here, and suddenly there was this just enormous, massive brawl. Broke out with handbags, like all the women were in there getting stuck in and all this, and just this guy still just there with this complete carnage behind him like this, and he's just standing there. And during the brawl, this other guy come up to the stage and he goes to me in between the songs, he goes, hey, can you do Born to be Wild? I was like, what? I said, no mate, we don't do requests. He's like, oh right, and then straight back in again. Could David Haye knock a Rhino out? No chance. Absolutely no chance. I'd like to see him try. I'd like to see the result of that encounter. Hello, I'm Steve Mason, and I'm here at talkSPORT, and I'm going to be singing my new single, Boys Outside, from the album of the same name.
prison shut, and I tried to let you down, never tried to turn it around. And those were the days that no one misses. No postcard sent, sign or seal of kisses. This is the man who saved your life. He fed, he clothed, he even gave you a wife. Noise outside, boys outside, noise outside. Boys outside, noise outside, boys outside. Now count the stress on just one finger. The sadness, despair, the joy, and pull the trigger. I thought you were my only friend. That's not true, I know now at the end. Some darker part will always love you, but don't send me no note, 'cause I'll make sure it won't get through. This is the man who took your life. He never fed or clothed, he never gave you a wife. Boys outside, noise outside, boys outside. Noise outside, boys outside, noise outside. Noise outside, boys outside, noise outside. Boys outside, noise outside, boys outside. I was with those boys who turned you round, we showed you yourself and then we knocked you down. And if you come outside with us, I'll show you why. Because the things I've seen in my life will make you cry. Noise outside, boys outside, noise outside. Boys outside, noise outside, boys outside. Noise outside, boys outside, noise outside. Boys outside, noise outside, boys outside.